All right, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So we'll start with tangent of 3 pi over 4. So first thing, we want to figure out what tangent of pi over 4 is, because that is that's our reference angle. It's pi over 4. So remember that you're going to have to be able to recreate the first quadrant of the unit circle. When you do that, you're going to find out that sine of pi over 4 equals square root 2 over 2, and cosine of pi over 4 equals square root 2 over 2. So then, because tangent of pi over 4 is going to be sine over cosine, sine of pi over 4 over cosine of pi over 4. Well, then that's just square root 2 over 2 over square root 2 over 2. We have something on top that's the same as something on bottom, so we can cancel those, so it's just 1. Alright, so the answer is not 1 though, because remember we're looking at 3 pi over 4. So we have to think about what quadrant we're in. We can draw a little circle here. Alright, we know that this is pi, we know that this is 2 pi. So this must be 4 pi over 4. This is 8 pi over 4. So then if we're at 3 pi over 4, then we must be up here, just a little bit less than 4 pi over 4. That's up here. And up here, we know that tangent is negative, so our final answer is -1. Sweet. Let's look at the next one, sine of 2 pi over 3. So again, we're going to be in that second quadrant because 2 pi over 3 is a little bit less than 3 pi over 3. Sine of pi over 3 is square root 3 over 2, but sine is positive in the second quadrant, so this one's also going to be square root 3 over 2. Square root 3 over 2, because we are in the second quadrant. This is 3 pi over 3, this is 6 pi over 3. We're a little bit less up here at 2 pi over 3. In the second quadrant, sine is positive up here. Remember, all are positive, students, sine is positive. Okay, cool. So our final answer is square root 3 over 2 there. Moving right along, cotangent of 23 pi over 6. So this one is a little bit tougher to determine where we are. Let's draw our circle. Alright, so let's see. This is 6 pi over 6, this is 12 pi over 6. We go all the way back around to 18 pi over 6, then 24 pi over 6. Alright, well we're 23 pi over 6, which is a little bit less than that, so we have to come down here. We're in the fourth quadrant, where only cosine is positive. So cotangent is going to be negative. Next thing we want to do is determine what... so again, this is down here at 11 pi over 6. That's what the fourth quadrant is. So we can figure out what is cosine of 11 pi over 6 divided by sine of 11 pi over 6. So remember, again, you've recreated the unit circle already, so you can, as you're solving this, use that. Cosine 11 pi over 6 is positive root 3 over 2. Sine of 11 pi over 6 is positive 1/2, or negative 1/2, I mean. Alright, so then if we just divide those fractions, we get square root 3 over 2 times 2 over 1. The 2's cancel, so our final answer is just negative root 3. Sweet, that is our final answer then, negative root 3. Okay. Alright, next one. Secant of 19 pi over 6. Same kind of deal here. This is 6 pi over 6. This is 12 pi over 6. This is 18 pi over 6. So we're down here for 19 pi over 6, which is the third quadrant where only tangent's positive. So secant, which is 1 over cosine, is going to be negative. We know that cosine of pi over 6 is root 3 over 2. So secant of 19 pi over 6 is going to be negative 2 over root 3. And that just follows from cosine of 19 pi over 6 being negative root 3 over 2. So then we flip it. We have to simplify this radical root 3 times root 3. Not simplify the radical, but rather rationalize the denominator. That's what it's doing. And we've got negative 2 root 3 over 3. Final answer. Okay, so for the first 4, we have negative 1. Or for 3, we have negative 1. For 4, we have root 3 over 2. For 5, we have negative root 3. And then for 6, we have negative 2 root 3 over 3.